Just start. Get to work, get your hands busy, shut off the distractions, and the ideas will flow. You'll hear the still small voice of inspiration. Yeah, sure, but what about when that doesn't work? When you've tried that, you've shut off the external noise and the chaos is coming from inside. Now listen, I love this mindset. It has done wonders for me. Like, just getting to work and doing something is the best way to get something done. Trying to figure it out or come up with an idea ahead of time is a good way to stay frozen. But it's hard sometimes to find quiet and to stay calm, and it's hard to get to work when you're dizzy from all the flashing thoughts in your own head. I've been in a weird headspace the past week or two. I'm not sure why. It could be financial stress or growing to-do list, everyday stress, current event stress, compulsive digital consumption, a symptom of stress that compounds into more stress. You say to yourself, man, it really is the damn phone. So you're going to put it down, go do something right after this next reel, and maybe a few pictures for inspiration. Man, I haven't checked Marketplace in like 20 minutes. You finally put it down, and you're ready to get to work, get your hands dirty, but your brain is fried. You're emotionally keyed up, and there are 10,000 meaningless nothings just running on a loop in your head. You want to get to work, but how? When your whole head feels like it's spinning inside. Let yourself spin. You can't stop a merry-go-round. Trying is a good way to get dragged down or break an arm. You have to wait. You can't calm turbulent waters. Any effort to do so will just make more waves, or you'll drown. You just have to wait. And you can't quiet a chaotic mind by trying. Just let it cry out like a young child tired at the end of the day. Let it have the release it needs. You just have to wait. When the merry-go-round comes to a halt, when the world stops spinning, you step off onto solid, motionless ground. When the water stills, you can slip into it and be refreshed. And when your mind stops playing its meaningless loop, you can rest and listen to the quiet, and then get to work. Now, I'll by no means dismiss the reality and seriousness of clinical depression or stress disorders. It's real, and they should be treated as such. But at least for me, and probably a lot of us, what we experience as depression or lack of motivation, maybe we guilt ourselves into thinking it's laziness, it's really just a backlog of not waiting for this turbulence to play itself out, trying to move when our head's in a gridlock. Or you want the water to calm, but you keep throwing rocks in, pushing back against it instead of just letting it flow its way through. And I get why. We don't want to be slowed down. We don't want to take the time to let things quiet down. We want to get it done now. But the truth is, if you let your mind shout itself out, you'll be and feel so much better afterwards. So what can you do to ease your mind? You can't get to work yet. You're stuck. Take that pressure off. That's just one more rock to churn the waters. But here are a few practical things to help yourself deal with the noise until it settles. 1, nothing. I don't mean that there's nothing you can do. I mean doing nothing is what you can do. Sometimes waiting means just that, waiting. Call it meditation, call it cleansing your sensory palate, call it whatever, but being still and quiet in your body strangely goes a long way in getting your mind still and quiet too. 2, go outside. Getting some fresh air, being in nature will truly refresh your mind, body, soul in ways nothing else does. Even if it's hot out, if it's cold, go outside in your yard if you can, or a park if you're in a city. Feel the breeze, watch some birds. Don't go and sit on a bench and scroll either. Be in nature, not online while not indoors. It may not get you back to 100%, but I can guarantee you will feel at least better. 3. Read. There's something entirely different about taking things in by reading. Videos can be great if you're mindful about the quality of what you're watching, but it does little to calm an already anxious mind for some reason. Don't read to improve right now, or to learn. There will be a time for that later. Just read for leisure, read slowly, let yourself sit still with a book for a while, and maybe even go outside and read. 2 birds and 1 stone. How's that for productivity? I should have made drink water one of the tips. Bonus tip, drink water. You're probably not drinking enough today. Stay hydrated. Number 4, write. It's amazing how much just articulating your tensions can help. I've used a lot of metaphors, but to go back to the young child comparison, I think writing makes your mind and emotions feel heard. It says, you're seen, you're heard, you're okay. I almost always feel better after writing my thoughts, even if it's not directly related to the immediate stress or tension. It just reorganizes your brain. Another metaphor warning. Writing acts like guardrails for a darting, overactive mind. Number 5, clean up. The floors can always be swept. The dishes could be put away. The laundry could be folded. The mess from your last project could really stand to be straightened up. You've got a mental list of small, tedious things you've been meaning to do. Do a few of them. The great thing is, first, the monotony slows the mind, almost like a form of meditation. And second, when your brain does calm, you'll be much better set up to do the work without clutter adding friction. Now, the funny thing about all this is I don't really think of myself as a particularly stressed person. I don't panic or let things get to me most of the time. But there are stresses, especially modern day, that push on us all from the outside, even if we don't let them worry us necessarily, if that makes sense. Maybe that's the inside. I'm not a worrier, but stress is something everyone feels, and worry is just one of the many choices you can make with what to do with it. I tend to just ignore it, and like I said, it gets backlogged and causes a gridlock of racing thoughts. I don't know, what do you think? I hope some of these thoughts helped you, or at least made some kind of sense. Maybe gave you something to consider. Tell me if you do anything similar, or if you have your own ways of quieting a busy mind. This whole script started as a journal entry. I was feeling off, and I was doing number 4. I was writing, and I quickly realized, hey, I have thoughts. I'm just trying to figure out and allow my own process to grow and develop. Anyway, I'm Skylar. This is Rumbello Works. Next video will be a studio progress update. You can see how it's coming along in the background here. It's almost done, and I'm going to have a video out on that soon. Until next time, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.